Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Let's talk about an uncivilized mutt. We got a dude, a grown man, who smacked the kid upside the head because he allegedly rang his doorbell and ran. Check it out.
I never did anything. Why are you fucking mad at me?
Oh,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
chill. Oh, in jail.
Running away. Who banged my door?
Why are you guys slapping him? Didn't do anything to you.
He pounded our door 2 days in a row.
Okay.
So why is he pounding our door?
And why are you slapping a little kid?
No.
Your friend made the trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, then get his friend, not him.
Where is he?
Well, why don't you go find him instead of holding your friend?
Your friend?
Yes, it's my friend.
Come back.
Well, I don't know where he is. If you guys want a problem, you go get him. You go get him. If you want to mess with us, then you go get him.
I not even made one problem. You and your friend fucking slapped me.
You ran away. I saw you. You guys three. Yeah, you three guys was running away. You guys pound the door.
It's a freaking child.
What a child shouldn't be doing that. What's it called? Pounding my door.
Why are you telling everyone?
You pounded my door. Why?
A lot of bad things in that video, but one shining moment is the youngster who was filming his friend, who was challenging the grown man. He was like, hey man, why are you hitting a child? He's not even the one who did it. I ain't got no problem with that. That's the type of friend you want, man. That's the type of friend that you want, somebody that's gonna stand up for you. But you also want the type of friend who's going to warn you about bad behavior. I don't know how much this youngster was involved. I don't know if he was just walking with the other friend who was banging on the door, because they claim that he's not even the guy who banged on the door. They're saying that it was their other friend who banged on the door and ran, but he was with him. So more than likely, he knew that the friend was going to bang on the door, and he rolled with it. But he ended up getting smacked. This reminds me of how often friends end up hurt or dead, harmed, because of the activities of their friend. This is why your mother tell you, our mothers and fathers told us very early on to choose your friends wisely. Friends, do not let friends engage in reckless activities that can get them hurt or killed. Yeah. See, back in my day, at the risk of sounding like an old man, we didn't have to worry about getting killed for ringing a doorbell and running. They call it ding dong ditch. We didn't have to worry about that. At the most, you'd have to worry about getting caught and brought to your parents' house, and that's where the drama begins, right? And you was absolutely going to be admonished for that type of behavior. But you didn't have to worry about getting killed. Just recently, a child got shot in the back playing ding dong ditch in Houston. Kid rung the dude doorbell and took off running. He came out, shot him in the back. Absolutely out of pocket. He's absolutely wrong. His ass is in jail right now with no bond. All you uncivilized mutts out there who don't remember when you was a child and don't understand that you cannot just put your hands on people's children because they ring your doorbell and run. Is it annoying? Hell yeah. I don't want nobody ringing my doorbell and running, you know? I don't want anybody ringing my doorbell at all if I don't know who they are, right? You know, I get offended. You ring my doorbell, well, who the hell is that? Like, you know, get offended. I need to know who's at the door, right? A lot of you youngsters do not understand that times have changed. These little games that y'all play, these pranks and stuff like that will get you killed. People are on the edge. And it's not all the time for no reason. Sometimes the reason is because of youngsters who are out there ringing doorbells and setting people up and robbing them and killing them. So people are on the edge for that. They're on the edge for political reasons because they've chosen sides. You know, we're living in the age of identity politics where you're either Republican or you're a Democrat or perhaps you're an independent like me, but at the same time, you're still affected by all of the people that are around you and their differences in opinions and beliefs. And so people prejudge you. Everybody's on the edge. Everybody's mad. And everybody got a gun. And everybody want to use that gun. That was a time when, you know, you would have a gun and that gun would almost be like it would be kind of like I would say a fund or something. It would be that emergency fund that you keep stored, you know, in the attic or something. Nobody knows about it really but you, right? You pull that out in extreme emergency cases or a family heirloom, right? It's your great grandmama pendant, you know, or a ring, and you know your baby about to get married, and you want to pass it on down. It's time to pass it down, and you only pull it out for that. It's like really rare. Now people walking around with guns in their waist. They got them in their cars. You know, they come to the door. Everybody coming to the door with the gun. You know, and everybody's on the edge, and it's so many people don't even know when to use the gun. And so that's how innocent people or people who ain't never been in trouble with the law end up in prison with a life sentence. Do y'all remember the case where the guy was at the gas station and another guy walks up and opens the car door and he shoots him? Well, that particular guy, he thought that the car was the car that he was riding in. I think it was his girlfriend or his wife was driving, and he went to open the door to get in the passenger seat, and the dude shot him because he thought he was getting in, you know, his car. The dude shot him, and they locked him up. They charged him and convicted him, and he's sitting in prison right now. So you can go get that gun, but you better know when to use it, or else you'll find yourself, even though you're thinking that the last thing in the world you're thinking to yourself is that you'll end up doing time in your lifetime. That's the last thing in the world you're thinking. And then you mess around and you go out there and you shoot somebody and it's an illegal shot. You're going to jail. And you might be in there for a very, very long time. Turn your life upside down. You got to be careful. This dude, if that was my child, he would have a death wish. Oh yeah, man, I'm getting down on him. I'm absolutely gonna get down on him. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. This ain't even a situation where you just call the police and let them handle it. I feel like less than a man to let the police handle that. Oh, I got to get my get back, man. We gotta get that smack back. Yeah, we gotta get that back. In fact, I gotta let my son get in on the action. Get that lick back, man. You gotta get that lick back. No, man, we ain't talking about just one lick. The wife knew, I guess it's his wife, maybe. But she knew dude was wrong. That's why she don't do that. Don't do that. You know, she had enough sense to tell him not to do that, but she didn't have enough sense to not get with him in the first place. Because you know, she had to know he was a little unhinged, right? Something like that don't come out of nowhere for a rational thinking person. A person with a little sense, common sense, would know that that is a no-go, putting your hands on people's kids. That's a no-go, right? That a rational person knows that. But an uncivilized mutt, not so much. Oh, I would absolutely make contact with him. He ain't getting away with that. I would not let him get away with that, and I would not just simply let the police handle that. You know, I'm getting some get back on that, absolutely. Youngsters, y'all be careful out there with the friends that you pick. You see, because that was a time when me and my buddies, we ran in the streets and stuff, and we did all kinds of crazy things. And I thought that I cared about them. I thought that I loved my friends, but my actions was really inconsistent with what real love is for a friend. Because if you really love your friend and you love his mama, you love his family, you love his sisters and brothers, and they're like a second family to you, you wouldn't do things that could get their loved one taken away from them, whether it ends up he being in jail or killed. You wouldn't do anything like that, and you wouldn't allow him to get himself in something like that. The moment he tells you he's getting ready to do something stupid, the moment she tells you she's getting ready to do something stupid, you would talk him off the ledge. You would say, no, that ain't a good look. No, that ain't for us. No, we better than that. We got bigger plans, baby. We ain't finna be no statistics. And I'm not gonna let you be a statistic. That's a friend. That's a good friend. Back in the day, there was a commercial with the slogan, friends don't let friends drive drunk. I agree. But I think they need to update it. Friends don't let friends do stupid shit. No more talk.